Melody and I just arrived at the Amistad National Recreation Area, Governor's Landing camping area. Let's go check it out. The Amistad National Recreation Area is located right off of US Route 90 near Del Rio, Texas. Let me start by saying Governor's Landing camping area and the day use area are gorgeous. You're looking at US 90 and there's a railroad bridge on the other side of that. This is the picnic area. Absolutely gorgeous water. But I have to tell you, after reading 5-star reviews on Compendium on Governor's Landing at this national recreation area, you may be surprised what we find when we go up there. Melody and I drove through there on the way down here to the day use area, and it caught us off guard. Let me take you up there. This day use area is actually connected to the camping area at Governor's Landing. They have RV parking down here as well as plenty of vehicle parking. You can see my truck down at the end of the lot. The rear lot is for RV and bus parking. There's no camping down here in the day use area, but right up there where you see the amphitheater sign, we can walk up into the camping area. Let me take you up there. But I gotta say, that turquoise water really is something. This walkway will take us up into the campground. And word of warning, you don't want to take a big rig up in this campground. So this is the amphitheater. You can see we're going to walk over in there. That's one finger of the campground right in here. And I'm going to walk you down through there so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the amphitheater. And then what a view from the amphitheater. Well, this is the reason I do these videos, folks. If you were just to look at the aesthetics, you'd have this place on your camping map. I had it as a tentative on mine. I'd like to go do a physical reconnaissance before I officially put a camping destination on my camping map, and this Governor's Landing camping area will not work for me. Let me show you why. So I'm kind of like on a hilltop on a knoll, and there's like a little cul-de-sac up here, but it's really not big enough to turn a fifth wheel around. You know, I drove through the lower loop, which goes out this other finger first, and the campsites are really small, so I took my Dodge Ram. I'm out scouting today, don't have the fifth wheel with me. We're camped up at Seminole Canyon State Park, and that's a pretty park. You'll have to check that video out if you haven't already seen it. These campsites are small, and I would not have been able to get, if I would have came up there with my fifth wheel, there's no place to turn around. I'd have had a heck of a time. So you definitely don't want to pull in here with a big rig unless you've scouted it first. These sites are pretty shallow. See, that van just makes it in there with a little left over to spare. That's site 12. You got a small camping configuration. This is quite the view from up here. So the road coming out here kind of winds in, and the speed limit goes down to 15, and trust me, you better only be going 15 or less, because there are some very sharp turns. And then you're going to come to this sign that's off to my right, camping area. It says straight, but it's actually like a right. And then the day use area where we were just at is to the left. So In the center of your screen, you go down there, that's the day use area. And then to the right here are the two spurs of the camping area and Governor's Landing. And you can't beat the price. $10 per night. It's half that if you have a senior access pass. And as you pull into the camping spurs, you'll find a pay station. It takes credit cards. And here's the information that's on the board. Campers Fee Station, Governor's Landing. $10 per night. It's $5 if you have the senior pass or access pass. So they have a map here at the fee pay station. And we're at the Amistad National Recreation Area, Governor's Landing, which is located right here where US 90 crosses the reservoir. This is Mexico down here. Del Rio, Texas is in here. So this is an example, and this is actually a fairly large site right here, but there probably would not be enough room to roll your slides out. If I'm my fifth wheel, that's a pretty tight turn down there for a big rig. I'll take you down there in a minute. So I've pretty much ruled this out for me. You'll have to be the judge whether this will work for you. But you park your vehicle right out here. And then this is site 10. This is going to be your view from your sitting area. And you can't beat that view. That's awesome. So you have a water spigot off to your right there, but there's no electric hookups. Going to be dry camping. Site 1 there and site 2 here. And this is this whole thing is not where you would park your vehicle. Just right there would be where you'd park your vehicle, or right in there. I think this is made to be, you go in here and then you go out there. But it does have a vault toilet on the end here. And then you have campsite 4, which also has a water spigot out here on the end. You got your trash receptacles. That's a fairly decent looking site there. As far as size goes, this is one of the better sites here. And you have a dedicated parking pad right there. So, in fact, that site probably would work for a smaller fifth wheel. But this is just too tight for my liking, so I've pretty much ruled this out. Let me show you the camping loop down here where you turn around. So I was just talking to those ladies in the Class C's. They're from Canada, camping together. And the reservoir comes clear back into here. And this is a little finger that comes out. But this is the small turnaround area that I was telling you about. You know, it's a loop, but and my fifth wheel probably could make that turn, but it's tight. And you have a campsite clear on the end. This would be a primo campsite, but it's shallow. That campsite right there, what a view from the other end. Okay, so a little bit closer look. Not sure what the deal with the cones are. Those are private cones. But the campsite's, it's deeper than what I thought. You could get a decent sized rig back in there. And then you even have this asphalted finger here, but you can go even further back on the gravel. That's a pretty big campsite right there. Let's see if I can see what number it is. That is, I can't see a number on there. So the water spigots must not be dedicated for the campsites because they all don't have them, but there's another water spigot there and a trash receptacle And that camper must be right behind the number, and I'm not going to walk back in there. But these are all first come, first serve. You can't reserve these campsites, so if it was occupied, you just pick another campsite. But very nice view from the campsite perched up on the finger here. And the next site up has its tent pad, and there's your camping configuration in there. But not designed for big rigs, folks. So there are 2 other camping areas that we visited. Both are big rig friendly, but you don't have these water views, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping Governor's Landing would wind up on my camping map, but it's not to be. It won't work for me, but it may work for you. From Governor's Landing at Amistad National Recreation Area, I think I'm going to leave it here. I'll have the grid coordinates for this very affordable camping location in the written video description on YouTube. I'll also have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description as well. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.